It is, alas, my last day in Japan. Hi everyone, it's Tasha. Welcome to another recipe video. And today, because I'm technically still in Japan, but it is my last day, very sad, I'm going to make a street food that I'm probably not going to actually try in Japan. I'm going to make a cheese imagawayaki, or cheese obanyaki. Imagawayaki, obanyaki, same thing. Now imagawayaki or obanyaki is a type of thick pancake that has a filling, traditionally sweet red bean, but it can have lots of different types of sweet and savoury fillings too. I've done the matcha custard and banana one on this channel before. Now the street food that I'm probably not going to try in Japan is the TikTok and Insta famous cheese pancake. It's the 10 yen pancake, which is apparently quite big. It's thinner than an obanyaki, but it is stuffed full of lots of stretchy melted cheese. And the main appeal of it, of course, is when you pull it apart, you get that massive, gorgeous cheese stretch. And this is found in Osaka. But I'm probably going to be eating a lot of other things. If I had more time there, then yes, I would try it. But since I'm going to be eating so many other things, then cheese in a pancake is probably going to be on the bottom of my list. So preempting that, I'm going to try and make it at home. And of course, instead, because I have my obanyaki machine, which has deep molds for the batter itself, I'm going to make obanyaki instead of just flatter pancakes. Although I think technically you could count that 10 yen pancake as a type of obanyaki because it is a bit thicker than just a standard pancake. Where do you draw the line between a stuffed pancake and an obanyaki? These are the big questions. Anyway, you'll be happy to know this is a no-fuss recipe, super simple, you don't have to wait for anything to chill or freeze, just mix the batter in one bowl, stick it in your machine or in your pan, sandwich two halves together and let it cook a bit, done. These are best served hot, so I would recommend you eat them straight away after eating. Or like me, if you need a little bit of time to play around, then do preheat the oven around 80 degrees C. That's a good keep warm, keep hot temperature. And then as soon as they're done cooking, put them on a foil lined baking tray and pop them in the oven. Keep them nice and hot and make sure the cheese is nice and stretchy when you're ready to eat them. Right, are we ready? Let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. To make our imagawayaki batter, we will need 115 grams of self-raising flour, 2 tablespoonfuls of caster sugar, a pinch of salt. We're going to give this a little quick stir, also make a bit of a well. We're going to crack 1 egg into the centre, add 2 tablespoonfuls of oil, this is just vegetable oil, and we're going to gradually stir in 130 millilitres of milk. And that is literally it, that's our batter done. Now I'm going to bring forward my Imagawayaki obanyaki machine, or as it says, snack maker. I'm just going to brush a little bit of vegetable oil into the divots. And now I'm just going to turn it on here, and I'm going to wait until this is hot, and it takes just a couple of seconds. This one, it's quite good, heats up fast. Don't touch it with your hands, by the way, that would be silly. And this part's totally optional if you're going to eat these straight away, but because I'm going to be filming a bit in between, I've actually lined a baking tray with some baking foil, and I've preheated the oven to 180 degrees C because I want to put my imagawayaki on here when they're done and keep them nice and hot in the oven because I'm not going to eat them straight away, I'm going to be filming and stuff, so you can actually make a whole batch of these in advance, stick them in the oven, keep them warm at 80 degrees C, and then you can serve them so the cheese inside will stay nice and gooey. So this is pretty hot now. So I'm going to scoop them until they're about half full of batter. And I'm using an ice cream scoop to help me with that. Now we're just going to cook them for about less than a minute actually. Actually no, scrap that. Do cook them for maybe a full minute. You can see the cookedness is making its way to the centre. And now that it's been about a minute, maybe a little bit more, I have got 2 125 grams of mozzarella balls here. Might not need all of them, I might, but I'm literally just going to tear off chunks like this. Maybe a little bit more than that, let's be generous. And I'm going to plop them straight in the middle, like that, shove them down. And I'm going to take a skewer, stick it in this and flip it over the top, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a squeeze down. We'll let this cook for another minute and a half. After another minute, we're going to carefully flip it over back onto this one. There we go, and we're going to cook it for one more minute, maybe a bit less. And these are pretty much done now, so I'm going to rescue them from the machine. I'm just going to pop these in the oven until I am ready to eat them. Remember, we are at 80 degrees C just to keep them warm. And I'm going to do this over and over again until I've used up all the batter. Now I know I need to work fast, but also carefully, because this is hot and it's going to hurt if I'm not careful. But I also need to do it while it's still hot because the cheese won't be stretchy otherwise. So let's go. Wow, that is crazy. Oh, it just keeps going. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing around now. Oh my gosh, that looks absolutely incredible. I'm just gonna take a bite. Cheers. That is perfect. You've got the sweet, super soft and fluffy pancake, a little bit crisp around the edges where we cooked it, and that gooey, creamy mozzarella cheese with just a little bit of a tang. I really like that the mozzarella is a really mild cheese, so it's pretty inoffensive even for people that don't really like cheese, especially if you don't like strong, tangy cheeses. This is really tasty. And don't worry if you don't have an obanyaki maker, you can literally just make these in a pan. They'll just be a little bit flatter. Just make the pancake batter and then you can drop two in the pan. Make sure they're far apart so they spread a bit. And then while it's cooking, drop some mozzarella on one side and then flip the other pancake over, the one that hasn't got the mozzarella over it. And then you can make a thinner one. I think I'm going to make these more often, they're really addictive. I'll probably make some when I get home. I fly tomorrow and we arrive back in London at the butt crack of dawn. So this will be a nice quick and easy thing for me to whip up when we have really bad jet lag. So there you go, cheese Imagawayaki. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday on my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.tastes, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more, give this video a like if you'd like to help other people find it, comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. Ugh.